All right, you asked for it, man. You got it, man. Another
Extendo with Mr. Kahlil Nash. Welcome to the Average People video show. And those folks always ask, like, why average people? I always tell folks because we're not above, we're not below, we're at eye level. We're average folks with everybody. You know what I'm saying?
There's sometimes, too, when people come in here and maybe people don't look at them like as average, but they have average situations and average stories that they share here as well.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, he's a superstar. She's a superstar. And then they realize that, hey, they lived in,
they had chorro yesterday. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they had to pump their own gas. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know what I mean? Like they went to McDonald's and they'd be like, what? Like, yeah, they ordered chicken nuggets too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And a lot of times folks don't realize that, you know, they're just average things that we do on a day, man. But anyways, today, Mr. Kahlil Nash, brother, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your time and space with us, and of course your energy, man.
Thank you.
This is something that we've been wanting. This is an episode that I've been wanting to do for quite some time. So.
Same. What? So, just you?
I don't know.
Me too.
For myself. You too? All
yeah.
right. Mateo, for you too? Yeah. All right.
What?
We'll give him a half because he was asleep.
Say it louder.
Say it louder. Why you gotta harass him, man?
Say it louder, homie. Say it with your chest, homie.
This guy. Why are you pressing him? Because it's your birthday, huh?
Yeah, no, not even. It's not even my birthday, bro.
Every day is my birthday.
Every day is my birthday. Thank you, man. Every day is my birthday, man. Every day being present is a blessing, man. So,
all right. So Ultraviolet Drive-Thru. We touched base on that a little bit. You went to New York. You worked on this record. Talk to us about working on the full EP. Were you in New York for the whole entire EP on this?
No. So actually, we were working on a whole nother project.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
That was just
I love that.
So yeah, like we've got catalog, you know. And so, you know, I've had everything from jam sessions and with this, so it's
so
been
2011 you just went to New York and you were just like
2020
yeah,
2011
sorry, yeah
2011 I was thinking 2021. So you went to New York and was like, you know what, whatever happens it's gonna happen here.
Yeah,
there was no plan on executing anything.
Well, we had some music and, you know, we had some songs in the catalog.
Yeah.
And so I went out there to record some vocals and things like that, and just to have, you know, the experience of getting out of the city.
Was that the first place you went to, the first city that you went outside of your city?
Oh, no. But
it's like, no.
No. It's not that I travel all like that, but, you know, yeah, that was definitely my first time on the East Coast.
What studio were you guys at out there? Or where
you
guys
just in the living room.
Beautiful. That's the best vibe. You know what I mean? Like when you go out there.
Yeah, my last two EPs were all recorded in my bedroom.
I love that.
You know, I produced my last two EPs. I mixed this last record, Imagine, all in my bedroom. You know?
Wow, man. So I
well,
think
we
that's
never
a good
asked him what
transition.
kind of bedroom he's got. He's probably got a full-on studio SL board in his room.
Nah,
it's an ultraviolet drive-through, dog.
What?
No, but
I got my little audio box and
yeah.
you know, no.
He's like, I got Adobe Ableton.
I'm using stock plugins. You know, I'm not.
That's cool.
You know,
that's cool.
Stock grand pianos and all of that.
Yeah, I think
it's nothing expensive.
There's a lot of people that like think that you need to, you know, get these crazy plugins and do all these crazy effects, but I think that it comes from the person who's generating the creativity.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
I also feel like less is more sometimes too.
Yeah.
It can be. It can be, especially if it's just like right there. Like things have to breathe. Things have to breathe. But you said you were talking. Go ahead.
It's like who's the star in this situation in the song. You know, it's like if the vocal is supposed to be shining, the track can kind of, you know, it should have like it should feel good.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always have to be overly. Ultraviolet Drive-Thru, literally that song is just it's on a loop essentially, but it's the vocals that like give it that extra power that, you know, people listen to the lyrics, people listen to the feeling of the voice if you don't speak English, you know. And you know, so yeah.
Kahlil, I got a question for you. When was your first breakup?
My first breakup.
How old were you? How old were you?
Was I 19?
19? How many songs came from that breakup?
Oh gosh, not even just the relationship in general. Like that Transcendence EP, a lot of those songs came out of, you know that relationship. Saturn's Rings.
Saturn, we played it on the radio actually.
So yeah,
that was the very first record I played on the radio.
Yeah. So Saturn's Rings was you know, I don't know. I was just talking to her and we were sitting there, and I don't know. I said something like, "Oh, like, you know, I my love is more infinite than for you than the rings of Saturn," or I said something along those lines or something like that. And then later on, there's like a couple days go by, and I'm like, wait. I was like, hold on. So I sat down with my guitar, my acoustic guitar, and that's when I started writing Saturn's Rings.
I'm glad it was Saturn's rings and it wasn't another planet, bro. Because it could have been it could have been another planet with rings.
Yeah. Right.
Yo,
sorry, Kahlil, my bad, dog.
Man, as long as it didn't get no wedding or engagement rings up in there, the Saturn rings, you could keep the Saturn. No, I'm just kidding.
So that song came from that breakup, huh?
Well, no, it came from when I was in love. I write a lot when I'm in love. Breakups also bring about their own songs and things like that as well. But, you know, I'm kind of you know, a writer more along the lines of like Earth, Wind, and Fire type vibes. You know, the love and positivity and that sort of stuff.
That's what I love about Kahlil. He turns every negative into a positive.
That's good.
I love that.
That's really good.
And his energy,
that's
bro.
good.
Like,
that's good.
I just love his energy. That's something about Kahlil. Even if Kahlil didn't do music, he'd still be my homie. Like, I just love his energy. I think I love him more than I love his dad. That's pretty deep. Let's get into his dad. So you come from a generation. You come from generations of music. From you know Johnny Nash, which being your what is it? What would be your great uncle? Great uncle?
Yes, that was my great uncle.
So that is already what, 4 generations?
Yes.
Then you got do your grandparents play music?
My grandmother is a great singer.
Crazy. So that's 3 generations. Then you got dad, right?
Yeah.
That's right out that. And we've had his pops DJ Jam, man.
Yeah.
You know, being with pops, bro, growing up, did you get to experience any of the death row stuff? Like, did you go on any shows, anything, nothing?
Well, no. I did go to one of the big concerts. I think it was
Up in Smoke.
Yeah, I think it was.
You were there to experience that?
No, it wasn't Up in Smoke. Dang, what was it? I was super young. I was only like 5 or 6. I think Up in Smoke was before my time.
You get a chance to meet a lot of some of those West Coast OGs.
I got to meet Snoop when I was like little, you know. But my dad's always been like, you know, because of, you know, the whole experience with Death Row and that whole thing. He was like, you know, you sure you want this? We went to go see the NWA movie, and after the movie,
you know that I was in that movie.
Out of the theater. What?
For real, I really was.
I don't believe it.
No, true story. You don't know. I really was. Yeah, on that bridge when they're running out of the tunnel.
Yeah,
I'm on that bridge, and I'm the dude all the way to the far left. I promise you, I'm on that.
Really?
Look back to it. Yeah.
I'm in that movie.
I'm gonna pause it today and make sure that.
And I remember that day I wore I think it was like a super bright shirt because I was like, I want to.
Do you know what color it was?
I think it was red.
All right, we're gonna find out.
Yeah, I really was though, for real.
That's dope.
Yeah, I'll show you.
That's dope.
Me and my homie Pimpin', Chris, we were both in that movie.
Dope. That was a good movie.
So you were watching the movie.
Yeah, we walked out of the theater. He's like, you sure you want to be in this music business? I was like, yeah. I was like, what? I was like, well, yeah. I was like, I'm not doing rap or anything like that. Like, I might, you know, and plus, this is my passion. Like, this is my life. I'm like, this is what I want to do. So,
dude, speaking of what you want to do,
no question about it.
Did we see you on IG with El DeBarge the other day?
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah.
Like, dude, like...
singing one of my favorite all-time songs.
So, dude is like... Man, he doesn't get the credit he deserves, but, like, his range and, like, the crooning style, the singing style that he does is just epic.
Yeah.
And then to see you guys lean... Like, how did that transpire?
So I was at this... It was January 15th. I was in LA at the Academy for 1500 Day, and they had... everybody come and perform. Like, it was crazy. Everybody from Saweetie to Ty Dolla $ign to Thundercat to Buddy to Corey.
Are they all part of the 1500 camp?
No, but they're all friends with like with
they've gotten production
James
here and there,
Rance.
right? And Rants and them.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, exactly. I think most, if not, I think everybody that they invited, like, they got some sort of production with or they've worked with in some capacity. So, you know, I'm there, and this is an industry event, so it's not a concert. That's what I didn't quite get the difference. So I'm there, And I'm watching all the performances, you know, Thundercat, Buddy, BJ the Chicago Kid, crazy, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm standing out in the crowd watching, and then I see some of the other alum like coming in and out of the backstage, and I'm like, ask someone, I'm like, can we just like go back there? Like, is that okay? So next thing I know, you know, I'm walking through the door, and yeah, you know, I got to meet Corey Henry, BJ the Chicago Kid, and stuff. And then there was this room with a grand piano, and so people are in there playing songs and things like that. And someone plays just the two of us. So at this time, I don't know El DeBarge's there, and so I hear just the two of us, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of
that's the Groover Washington, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Just the two of us.
Okay. We can make it if we try. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I could segue into I Like It. Because they got a similar chord progression. So I sit down and I start playing and I sing through the whole entire song. And you know, we're at this industry event, so I'm like kind of closing my eyes, just kind of feeling it, you know, and stuff. So I go sing the whole entire song, and I'm still got my eyes closed, and I'm just keep playing, and then all of a sudden I hear someone. So, and then I'm like, who's that? So I look over and it's El DeBarge.
Bro, but you had already transitioned into I Like It at that point?
That was the only song that I sat down at the piano and played. So I go sit down at the piano, start playing I Like It. I sing through the whole entire song. Somebody goes outside, and I guess he's just showing up or something like that. And they're like, somebody's singing your song in the room. So I guess he walked in and he heard and he just came, sat down and just started singing, and then we kept it going.
see how God works. See how God works, man. Like, that's beautiful, man.
It was beautiful. It was truly an amazing experience.
That's so dope, and it got captured. So that which even like, man, you could put that next to that first track that you did on the A track or the 4 track. You know what I'm saying? Like you could like the progression of the journey. Like, dude, like from that to that, and it's like, man, is
there something that never got documented that you experienced that you're like, nobody's ever probably gonna believe if I told them?
That's a good question, Beto. Oh, that's a good question.
I was in the studio with Andre Day. Mm-hmm. That was a situation where I'm like, I had to sign an agreement and I couldn't take any pictures or anything like that.
NDA. NDA.
So I wasn't able to capture anything, but that was an experience that I had, and it was amazing.
How was it working with her? And you guys went to the same school, correct?
Yeah, we both went to SCPA.
Same teachers? Similar?
Similar. Yeah. We had some, but you know, we're like, but at that point, like a lot of the teachers, there was like a whole bunch of new teachers and stuff like that. But yeah, you know, that was incredible.
A trip.
It was like that session was from like 10 to 5 a.m.
Wow.
The blackout.
How come a lot of the sessions happen overnight like that?
Cheaper?
Because,
no.
Well,
it's different things.
It's, you know, it's said that when you're sleepier, you get more creative.
Really?
What?
Yeah. So during those hours, like recently, I haven't been able to sleep much. So I've been waking up at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I'm just going and spending that time creating. So, you know, I'll get up and just get in my headphones and sit there and create. And honestly, like, it's a magical time. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I can't explain it, but for whatever reason. But yeah, I was working at a coffee shop, and I think I got up at like 4 or 5 that morning. Didn't take a nap. And so as this session was going on, I started to slowly get a sore throat. And I was like, oh no. And it was just because I was up for like 25 hours that day.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And did you complete the track?
Yeah. We were, you know, yeah, exactly.
What a vibe, dude. What an opportunity. Is there a teacher that influenced your career? Is there a specific teacher or a couple of teachers that at SCPA that you know, help you mold or, you know, encourage you?
Beto with the good questions right now, dog.
On a roll.
You are on a roll.
My musical theater teacher, Mr. Doyle.
What's up, Mr. Doyle?
Yeah. He, I don't know. He was just a great mentor, great teacher, and, you know, just good role model. And being an actor and being in his class, like there's a lot of times when we would get really vulnerable. You know, we're sitting up there and we're, you know, reciting a monologue or something like that, but obviously we're tying it into our real life and bringing the two together. So there's definitely a lot of tears shed, a lot of therapy, honestly.
Dang, that's dope.
It was a very powerful class, you know, and I took his class from like 7th grade to 8th grade, 9th grade, and throughout like all of high school, because that was my major. I majored in musical theater. But yeah, he really, really played a big impact on my life, for sure.
Are you attending college?
No.
No, did you attend college at all?
So I did. I was going to community college for a while, and then at the beginning of the pandemic, they were like, you can drop all your classes, and we're not going to penalize you for it. So I was like, word, I'm going to go and just grind on music, because the world is basically stopping right now.
Yeah.
So, you know, I decided to put all of my energy into that and just see what was going to manifest, you know. And then the pandemic opened up, and I got to perform at NAMM, and then got an endorsement through PRS, won the San Diego Musical.
Let's go, man.
All this
Let's
stuff
go.
just started happening.
You were cooking up during pandemic?
Yeah, and honestly, I think that brought a lot of the manifestation energy that it took to gain those things, you know, that those accolades and things after the pandemic opened back up and the world opened back up. So, you know, I think it was important.
Hell yeah. Talk about Walk Away, your record.
So Walk Away, this is actually a great segue. So
I'm just getting full of compliments today. Thank you,
bro. I'm like, yeah. Walk Away.
This is the first time I mellowed down my conversation, because you brought me there, man. I'm always hyped up. I'm always cracking jokes, and today I think I only got one joke. I wanted to joke. I really wanted to talk about the Saturn, but
nah, it's okay. It's okay.
It's all right, bro.
So walk away.
So yeah, Walk Away. I wrote that during the pandemic. And, you know, I was just like, dang, there was this other side of me that was like, everything is shutting down. I can't perform live. Like, this sucks. Like, what is the future of this career? I'm like, I'm grinding for sure, because, you know, I know things are going to open up at some point. But, you know, I'm like, dang, I can't really I can't live out my favorite part of my passion,
which is performing in front of people.
Exactly. Right? So, yeah, Walk Away just kind of came from like, maybe I should just go back to school for business administration, get my degree, and then, you know, do whatever after that point. But, you know, in the music business, it's like your youth is valuable. So I was like, I can go to school and get my bachelor's degree in 4 years, but you know what I can't do when I'm 30, 40 years old is like,
I mean, Botox does a lot of miracles, bro. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like he's taking shots at me on my birthday. Nah, just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, you got Botox?
Yeah.
Can I meet that?
No, I got no talks.
No talks. Oh, hell yeah.
That's a great perspective to have. Like, there's nothing more valuable than the present.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because what you put off for tomorrow will never happen. So you might as well just do it now. So I'm glad that you took the opportunity to jump at it, and look at what it's creating, man. Like, there's a nice harvest coming up, and we see, like, recently I seen that you're on this big show that's going to be in San Diego, man. That's that's so exciting, man. I'm hyped up. I'm hyped up.
On that lineup, you got Damian Marley.
Damian Marley's headlining. Let's see, Coffee is on that lineup.
It's a reggae. Coffee's like the reggae vibe, right?
Yeah. The whole festival is an island. It's like island vibes and reggae, and I'm the one R&B artist that was.
But man, you're
beyond R&B. You're beyond R&B. You're multi genre.
Yeah. I think
you can go from the old school to the funk to the R&B to.
He was playing some stuff before we even got on air, and I was like, man, that's. The range is dope.
This reggae track.
The range is dope, my guy.
Yeah, man, it's dope. Even if Kahlil was just up there, you know, one man show, bro, he'd kill it. Even if he like, you know, he'd keep up with the 12-piece band. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
How do you select your musicians for your band?
So this band that I'm working with now, Heaping Teaspoon, we're already a band that kind of formed like kind of when things started opening up. And I had met a couple of the players and stuff like that before. But local DJ Artistic, he was doing these silent discos, and so he had live acts perform before the silent disco. And so I performed one day, and Heaping also performed that day as well, and that's where I met them. And then I got the opportunity to perform at NAMM, and I was like, okay, I'm going to have to take them with me. I got to do the horns and everything like that. So, you know, before that, I would just, like, my friends, it would just, you know, be solely just different friends that I had, and I would just put it together, you know, and then eventually, you know, I was like, I want the horns, I want that full vibe and everything. Yeah. So yeah.
What is Heaping Teaspoon?
Heaping Teaspoon.
That's such. I can see that. That's vivid.
Where does Kahlil Nash get the fashion from? Because you're a fashion statement, bro.
Well,
and you wear stuff that I wish I could wear.
You could wear it.
No, bro, I would not look like good in that, dude.
But you could still wear it.
Like, who's this Ron Jeremy looking like, you know?
Ron J?
Ron J, man. I wish I could pull it off, bro.
Ron J.
I wish I could pull it off, bro. I wish.
So the fashion sense, man. You just live in your...
Yeah, you know, I mean, my inspirations are like Michael Jackson and Prince and like all these people. Mm-hmm. They always
We're going there right now. Before you get into that, Michael Jackson or Prince, who you picking?
Oh.
Before we get into the fashion statement, hold on to that question.
Okay. We're not... Okay.
You're playing and you're picking one musician. You're picking Prince, or you're picking Mike?
I'm picking Prince.
Yes. All right. Now, are we going El DeBarge or are we going Jackson 5? We're going DeBarge or Jackson 5 because they come from the same. They got the same.
DeBarge or El DeBarge?
No, the group.
DeBarge or Jackson 5,
dog.
You know, I'm still going with Jackson 5.
Okay, all right.
Just checking.
That's what I came up on.
Yeah. So the fashion comes from a mixture.
Those inspirations. You know, Earth, Wind, and Fire was always dressed like, you know, it's, you know, you gotta dress the vibe of the music.
Yeah,
like, you know, you're coming in, you know, bringing a particular vibe and playing the live instruments, and it's the full experience. You want to visually look the part too, you know. So that's kind of where, you know, my and when I was a kid, I would always get dressed up in costumes. I had my red costume box and stuff like that. So
and you would go to school like that?
You know,
not really.
I would go to school, elementary school, in wrestling masks, bro. I'd wear wrestling
masks. That's not true. That's not true.
It's true. It is true. It is true. Ask my mom.
Nope.
It's true.
That's funny.
Really?
Yeah, I would wear a wrestling mask to school, bro, and then I'd want to wrestle everybody. I put it in my back pocket, and during lunchtime, dude, I'd want to wrestle everybody, bro.
Really?
I wanted to wrestle like my crush too. I wanted to crush it.
I wanted to crush it.
In elementary school, for real.
Nipsey says he has a quote saying, "It sounds like it looks." Mm-hmm. And I think that's kind of like what you were kind of alluding to. Like,
exactly.
And I think that it's dope because there's a lot of people that don't really try to express themselves, or maybe it's a comfortability factor. You know, they feel comfortable with the music and the creation of the music, but when it comes to like the visual, you know, maybe they're a little bit more reserved. But you definitely feel the vibe from Kahlil when you see him, and when he's performing on stage.
It's the energy.
Like exactly. Like I want you to kind of know what I do without me having to say that I do it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know, bro. If I looked at you right now, I'd be like a Tijuana narco, bro. I don't know.
Looking like AFO.
Hell yeah.
You know, we gotta bring some edge.
Bring some edge.
That's the edge. You look kind of nautical.
Yeah, dude. Hey, question, Kahlil. Your mom is one of the coolest people out there, and she plays a very important role in your career, in your life, man. Talk about mom, man.
Yeah, she's
because my mom is everything too. You know?
She's my right hand. She's the one that's really, really everything,
Yeah.
everything from helping me like dress and coming up what to wear to handling, you know, and like
making it
manager and just making everything happen every day. Like, you know, you're talking about day to day, like anything that you can think of, from planning and execution to releases and everything, all the planning, all of the logistics of figuring out how everything's going to get done and at this date at the right time, making sure everything is flowing smoothly, punctual, making sure showing up on time, things like that. Everything, man.
Growing up, what was one thing that you annoyed mom with?
When's the next opportunity to perform?
All the time?
All the time. When I was 10, like I would, you know, she obviously she's well connected. So I was able to perform in 18 and up nightclubs and things like that. I would just stand outside, wait, and she would wait with me, and then I'd go perform my 2 songs and then hop straight off the stage to go back out, you know? And
you'd have to drive probably hours to get to that, right?
A lot of it was here locally, but I've taken so many LA trips and done so much stuff up there too. I mean, when I was a kid, I would, you know, do auditions at DreamWorks Studios and things like that.
Wow, what did you audition
stuff
for?
Like that. The creators of Megamind had this pilot, and I auditioned for this. It was like a TV show. That I auditioned for. Yeah.
Have you been on any TV shows?
I have not, but you know,
it's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming,
exactly. Like, I'm definitely wanting to get back into acting, like, for sure. But this music has just been, you know, consistent, and things are just moving in that direction.
There's a lot of actors that transition into music or vice versa. You
Right.
got Johnny Depp. You know,
A lot of people.
I seen Johnny Depp play the guitar for Marilyn Manson. I went to a show and they were like, he was his guitarist. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, bro, he's Marilyn Manson's guitarist.
Wow.
Yeah. If you could put yourself in a role in a movie, what role and what movie would it be? Could be any movie, bro. That's already out.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It'd be like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone, or like Al Pacino in Scarface. I don't know.
You know, that's not a bad one, right? No, I love
The first time I laid eyes on you, I said, she's a tiger.
Did you say the first tamal?
The first tamal I ever ate.
The first tamal
I ate it like a tiger.
You know, if they ever did another, you know, did like a Prince biopic or something like that, you know.
Dang, Purple Rain reimagined.
Yeah, you know.
Dang, Ultraviolet Rain.
Yeah,
Ultraviolet Rain. Let's go.
Ultraviolet Rain.
That would be
Hey,
dope.
you should shoot it, bro. You should do like Ultraviolet.
Man.
Ultraviolet Rain.
Oh,
Like, what is it about? It's about chemtrails.
don't worry about what it's about. Just go watch it, man.
Yeah, just go watch
no
it.
trailer.
No trailer. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So you would do a Prince?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, if anybody out there, you know, is thinking about doing a little,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I don't know.
How was it for you when you found out about Prince's passing?
Ooh.
You know, at the time growing up, I wasn't really allowed to listen to too much Prince.
What?
Because of the lyrical content.
He did have some graphic.
Darling Nikki.
Darling
Come
Nikki,
on,
yeah.
like,
I don't even know what Darling Nikki means. What does that mean? Does that mean something way out there?
Wow, I'm about to start singing the
Gotta
song.
do it.
Yeah, I went straight in my brain. I went straight to the explicit parts. We'll talk about it after.
For real?
But
I thought Prince was like family, like friendly.
he had pop songs. He had a lot of pop songs. I was able
But he
to
has some
listen to
wild
that.
songs.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, Little Red Corvette.
Little Red Corvette, yeah. It's not about the car? Really? Oh, hell no. It's not? Okay, all right. You guys have to tell me about this. What? I'm a Rick James. I'm a Rick James fan, bro.
Oh yeah, me too.
You could be.
Bro.
Yeah, Rick James is.
Rick James.
Rick James is
so
pretty
he
dope.
put it out there, you know, Super Freak. It's like he wasn't talking about a Little Red Corvette to talk about a Super Freak. All All right, give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby.
Prince was nuanced. He said everything in code.
Yeah.
You know, Rick James was like,
I'll put it out there.
I'm putting it out there. Give it to me, baby. You know.
That's a good record.
Yeah.
So, dude, okay, now you guys are blowing my mind about this whole Prince stuff.
What? Yeah. What?
Man, Prince was like, you said vault. You said vaulting catalog, like, and that's one thing that Prince always had and always did, like his creation with other artists like Lisa and Wendy, The Revolution, The Time, Sheila E, Tevin Campbell, like so many people that he inspired and touched, and that's just the people that are just like off the top of the head that were in the forefront. Right. Not to mention all the people that he worked with. Right. In his time, have you ever gone to Minnesota and Paisley Park?
They're doing those tours this year. I just read.
Would you consider doing that?
I would definitely consider doing that. I would love to.
We know the guy that made Prince's guitars. Like he's the homie. He's from San Diego.
Yeah, he's from San Diego.
He designed it. He told me that he's actually got a chip of wood.
Exactly who you're talking about.
GPA. I don't know his real name, but GPA. Mm-hmm. And he owns a piece of his like the wooden guitar that they use to make his guitars. He says he has.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know his real name, but GPA. Shout out to him.
What up, GPA? Man, I was watching something the other day about Alicia Keys talking about how, talking about Prince, you know, and about how she wanted to utilize, it wasn't exactly like his record, but it was a chord progression that he used on one of his most popular records. Mm-hmm. And she went to London and finally got like some FaceTime with them and explained to him like that she wanted to utilize the record and who she wrote it for. I think it was a record that she wrote for her grandmother and all this stuff. And Prince was like, you need to change it because you're signed to a record label and I'm not going to clear a sample from you. That's going to put money in other people's pockets.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I think it was an interview on Dream Champs maybe. And she respected it. And she was like, Alicia Keys quote right here. He was like, I'm not going to put some people's kids through college with my shit. I don't care what you're going to do, change the chords or whatever, and I'll be cool with it. But if you leave it like that, like that's not going down.
Crazy.
Wow.
But that's the type of like, you know, anti industry he was, like even the way he changed his name to the symbol.
Right.
To get out of that contract after he signed the contract.
Was formerly known as Prince, right? So you still had to say Prince. It, but the symbol you had to say formerly.
Because there's no way
Prince.
to pronounce the name. There's no way to pronounce the symbol. There was no English word to pronounce the symbol. Mm-hmm. But he legally changed his name to the symbol. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And he was like, he signed a record label. He signed to a record label. Was like, okay, cool. I'll sign the deal. I'll give you X amount of projects. He signed the deal. The next day he delivered, because he had so much music, he delivered all the albums that he said he would record and then changed his name.
Wow.
So, and another thing too about when he first started New Power Generation, and this was like in the 90s, late 90s, he was the first artist that had exclusivity and was literally like at the forefront of the Proud to Pay movement that you would hear now from like the Nipseys and the La Russells, even more recent. But he had a website where you would pay a membership, and it was called New Power Generation, mpg.com. And you would pay a membership, a yearly membership. And you could go to the website. You can listen to unreleased music that was only available on the website. You could also like hear him in the studio. Sometimes he would like kind of like live broadcast and upload some music from him performing in the studio, creating ideas. Also, you were able to buy pre-sale tickets to any of his shows and also be a part of like an after party with, if you were an NPG member, and you'd be able to go to any show and then also partake into the MPG like after party. This was before 2000.
You guys ever got to see Prince live?
Wow. I was so he was performing at Hard Rock Hotel. Tickets were ridiculous. Yeah,
I remember that.
Tickets were ridiculous. Me and my mom were gonna go, and that was the last opportunity to have seen him.
I seen him. He did 21 days, which were quote unquote rehearsals, because he was gonna go on a big tour. Mm-hmm. And he did 21 days, and I paid like $25 in LA.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I got to see him one time, and he brought out Beyonce. Every night he was bringing out a special guest.
So crazy.
Every night he was bringing out a special guest.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he passed away shortly after. I think that.
Yeah, we lost a legend, man. We lost a legend, bro.
Did he pass away the same way Michael did?
I don't know if it's the same way, but it was definitely
similar?
eerily similar.
Similar, very similar.
What a trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, I grew up on Prince, man. I love Prince. He was very talented. But anyways, transitioning back.
Kahlil.
Because one thing that I really want to talk about, Kahlil, is 1500 or Nothing, Sound Academy. Yeah. You were part of that. And you said earlier that you mixed your own records and stuff like that. Yeah. Are those skill sets that you kind of like refined at 1500?
Yeah, exactly. I started off kind of diving into engineering when I was like started producing
out of necessity.
Yeah, exactly. So over time my ear just got better and better, and then I got to go to the Sound Academy, and yeah, it definitely.
How long is the course there?
So it's a 6-month.
Every day.
Monday through Friday.
And were you commuting back and forth from San Diego to LA?
No, I was all online because it was during the pandemic when I went to the school.
Oh wow!
So yeah, it was all over Zoom, so I didn't have to go all the way out to LA, But yeah, it was a great experience, and they went through everything from songwriting to production to record engineering to mix engineering to business to branding. So yeah, it was like a whole.
How many people were in your class?
I think if I remember, it was like somewhere around maybe like 12. It was small. It was a small class.
What a trip!
Did you have to apply and then get accepted, or were they just accepting anybody?
Yeah. I got a scholarship to go there. I got a full ride scholarship.
Dope, man. That's.
Did you play any sports growing up, bro?
No.
No, nothing?
I did little basketball, little t-ball, but I didn't do like, I wasn't. I was just flossing.
Kahlil, your career as a musician, is here, is in the present. If that wasn't an option today, what would you be doing? Or what do you think? Like, what was there a career that you'd want? Like, this is what I wanted to do.
Maybe something in science. When I was younger, I would spend summers like doing my own research on like chemistry and stuff like that and physics. So, probably something in the
What's a cool fact
field.
that you learned about science?
That's a good question. I was a math head, so I was doing just a lot of because a lot of chemistry has a lot of math in it. So that was kind of like my thing.
I was doing algebra when I was in elementary school.
That's crazy.
No biggie. It's crazy how the math has changed now. Now it's completely different to the way
Common
that we learn.
Common Core math.
Well, what the hell? I grew up on Dear Aunt. What is it? Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Like that's what I grew up on. Do you know about that?
Yeah.
Please, like that's what I grew up on, dude.
Oh man,
now
please excuse
my dear Aunt Sally. Now it's all changed, dude. And did you guys ever do when you did the month? Like how many days in the month? January was. If you had an uncle, it was 31 days. January, February, March, April. If you do it, you guys didn't grow up on that?
No.
Oh, I didn't know about the knuckle trick with the 31 days.
Yeah, 31 days. You could do it. January, 31 days. February, 30 days. You just keep going with your knuckles.
February's 28 days.
Whatever, man. Figure it out. It's a leap year.
Knuckle game.
Knuckle game. Well, it skips it, bro. Actually, in my knuckle, it's kind of almost even. So that's where it changes.
Hey, so speaking of elementary school, what's up with the third grade?
Third grade. That's where you started. That's where you started
the third grade
performance stuff, right?
When I was 3 years old is when
3 years, not third grade. Where did I get third grade from?
I don't know.
I put something in my notes in third grade, but he did something. It must have been 3 years old. That's what I was thinking.
You probably that's when you first put on the mascara?
Oh, no, dude, the mascara came out. You don't even want to get into that.
So, man, really excited about watching you upcoming this festival. How many people from SD like that have had or been a part of a festival?
It's been going on for years.
But that have been on that bill?
Yeah, Bayfest has been going on for quite some time now.
Yeah. What is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't know. I've never really seen too many artists. I've seen DJs from the city.
Yeah, DJs,
but not artists. Not too many, man. So
Tribal Seeds.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm sure because it's a reggae. Yeah.
Tribal Seeds was. I think they headlined with Iration one year or something like that for Bayfest.
Super dope.
I like that venue.
Kahlil, what's in the future for you, man?
More music.
Back to acting.
Oh, shoot. Maybe in a few years. Maybe, you know, if the opportunity comes across the table, but this music has just been moving.
Do you write scripts since you write your own music?
You know, I haven't written a script yet. But that's
said yeah.
He
said yeah.
Exactly.
Bro, include me in there, man. I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
As long as you wear a red shirt, you're on the bridge, far to the right.
I was on there.
Man, Beto.
What?
Kahlil
Nash, man. I told you. That's all I'm going to say.
I told you, Craig.
He's one of my favorites, man. Kahlil Nash, we appreciate you, bro. Thank you for sharing your time, your energy, your space. Thank you for showing up on time and you know, putting SD on the map. You know what I mean? Like on a whole different level and genre of music and keeping our city alive with the music scene around the world. You know? Yeah,
on a different level too. I don't see anybody that's like can portray what you do, but you're definitely unique with the sound. And man, keep going, my brother. Keep going, man. You're killing it. Super proud of you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Man, Beto.
I told you. That's all I'm saying, man. Make sure you go check out all his catalog, though, man. He's got a crazy catalog. He's got albums. He's got EPs. He's got singles, videos. Go check all that stuff out.
Yeah.
Where they go check all this music out at, Kahlil?
You can find me at Kahlil Nash, KahlilNash. I have a new EP out called Imagine, and you can stream that everywhere now.
Let's go.
Just imagine, dude. All right, dog. That's it.
Man, dog. I'm like, let's get it.
It's his birthday, dog.
Let's get it.
It's his birthday.
Let's get
it. Hey,
nah,
happy birthday, dog.
Thank you.
Appreciate it,
90s?
man.
You want to do the 90s?
90s. We gotta do.
Hey, man, but like seriously, I'm optimistic, man, about what's happening in San Diego music. I'm really like optimistic, especially with this guest and a couple of people that we've had. I see like not only do I see like a changing of the guard, but I feel something different from these new artists that are really representing their creativity and taking it to the next level, man. It's really good to see.
Yep.
Yeah. Where can they follow you at?
My Instagram is at Cali Burrito. My name is Beto Perez.
Hey, my name is Derek Santiago. You can follow me at Derek Goes. Shout out to Two Streams, our partners representing. And don't forget, not a doormat, 619. Is he a doormat or he's not a doormat?
He's not a doormat, man. Why'd you yell at him earlier, by the way?
Dude, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something to yell at him again.
Matty Reynoso, man. Mr. Matty Reynoso, we appreciate you.
Hey, appreciate you, Mateo.
Hey, how many girlfriends does he have, dude?
Mantengo,
dude.
Mantengo.
Hey, Mateo, how many girlfriends you got, bro?
How many girlfriends you have, man? Say it loud.
Not an odd number. Wait, is zero an odd or even?
I don't know. Let me check mine. 0, 1.
Stupid. All right. Thank you guys, man. Mr. Kahlil Nash, we appreciate you,
Kahlil, man.
Thank you.
Man, looking forward to it, man. Let's get it, man.
Wrapping up another episode of Extendo's, the Average People Video Show, man. Appreciate y'all.
Peace.